canine has an amazing set of skills. An enormous leap to catch a critter under 3 feet of snow. But how the heck did he do it?
So how the heck did he do it? So the fox uses the Earth's magnetic field. And that's exactly what IndoorAtlas is using for indoor positioning. A compass does not work inside buildings because the steel is interfering with the magnetic field. So our founder, Janne, he was playing around with robots in his lab, and he programmed them to face the north. And what he found out and what he expected was they would be going all over the place, and that's what happened. But then his eureka moment came when the second robot he placed at the exact starting point of the first robot. And the second robot moved the exact same path as the first robot. And he thought, if every spot indoors has a unique magnetic fingerprint, I can build heat maps of every single building in the world. And that's what the company has been working on. So over the last few years, we have compass chips in our smartphone. So we don't need any infrastructure, it's all there. Here we are, nature's GPS. It's like GPS, where GPS does not work. The company has filed 15 patents, wants to be the de facto standard, and we're ready to target and be a major player in a $5 billion market for indoor positioning. This does not include the indoor advertising potential that is there as well in the next few years. So, the big players are here. Some players have gone to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not accurate. Usually you're talking about a range of 100 feet. You can get down in a building like this, maybe to 30, 50 feet if you spend a few $1 million. Bluetooth is not scalable, even if you can get the prices down to maybe $10, $20. You still need, for a location like this or a hypermarket, you need thousands and thousands of beacons. Think about the installation cost, maintenance, and Bluetooth is a micro-fence solution. It's not a positioning solution, it's not a moving blue dot. So what we're offering really is the most accurate solution in the world. And the problem we're answering is, where am I? So we have now, in test, we have now some of the largest retailers in the US that are testing and want to magnetically map their stores. Think about finding a product. We're charging $99 per month per venue from 2014 onwards to scale as quickly as possible. And our team has been a stellar team that's been together for over 10 years. The company was established last year, 15 patents, and we love to hear from you how we can improve our product. We had our beta launch last month. Love to get your feedback. We have demo apps and APIs on our website. We're ready to be the de facto standard in indoor positioning. Thank you very much.
Questions? Gary?
So last YC batch, we actually funded a company called Estimote. They make Bluetooth low energy devices. So on demo day, when they wanted to meet investors, they actually set up in our demo day hall, maybe, I don't know, less than maybe a dozen of their devices that cost about $10, $20 or so. So for around $200, they had something that seemed to have accuracy at about 5 or 6 feet. And, you know, so is that a threat to you, and how does this technology fit in a world where, for $200 in a conference hall about this size, you can do something similar?
I've been through one Bluetooth hype before, about 10, 12 years ago in Europe, with LBS. It didn't scale. We don't think this is going to scale because we offer similar accuracy. So accuracy, you're right, it's fairly similar to Bluetooth. What we're offering you, we can not only tell you what aisle you're in, like Bluetooth can, but we're not a geofencing solution. We're removing Blue Dot. We know which aisle you're coming in. Bluetooth doesn't know from which direction you're coming. And on top of that, think about implementing Bluetooth in a setting like this. Don't take it from me, take it from the top retailers in this country. They've dismissed Bluetooth as a scalable option.
What's involved in the setup and the measurement? How difficult is it to map out an area, say a supermarket, using your technology? What's involved?
Let's take an average hypermarket, 130,000 square foot. You download our app and for example on your Android device, you start mapping, it would take you 5 hours. Before that, half an hour of training. So it's fairly scalable. The feedback we're getting from the top retailers and top venues is they're happy to pay for this compared to all the hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars that they've spent on testing Bluetooth or Wi-Fi.
Just digging in a little bit more on the market size, what are some very concrete sort of contracts that you may have signed already, or you don't have to name names, but just want to get a better sense for how does something like this scale to 10 or $100 million in revenue a year?
I can't disclose that. I can't say that more than that we are in testing with several of the top retailers. We have one of the largest retailers in Finland, where we have a proof of concept. And when we show that to retailers elsewhere in the world, they get pretty excited.
Do you guys have any direct-to-consumer angle that you're pursuing at all, or are you solely focusing on enterprise for now?
The low-hanging fruit right now is B2B through retail. There's all kinds of other verticals, mining, casinos, undergrounds possible. B2C, imagine that you build on this technology, you build an indoor waste-like app. Socially, that would be perfectly possible.
How do you plan to open up the market? Because it seems to me to be a chicken and egg problem. Because you need consumers to download this app to be able to use the service. And for these enterprises to deploy your product, they would ask how many users have this app and how many users could use it. So if you build something that nobody will use, then the enterprise will feel like, why should I spend the money to deploy this?
So there are retail apps out there that have millions of monthly actives, and they're happy to implement our APIs. So that answers your question about the audience. There are mapping companies out there that are testing with us, so that would not be another vertical. The mapping itself, as I mentioned, is not a big hurdle compared to the competition, so that scales fairly rapidly. Does that answer your question?
It's just that which partnerships have you established with these?
Sorry, Nick. Time out.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, Mr. Juan.